I've been off Metformin for about a month, and this is how I control my blood sugar using 3 supplements. If I had to get down to the nitty gritty, it was basically like fever, side pain, diarrhea, nausea, like 106. That's not bad. Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about blood sugar. That evil blood sugar. Like a lot of people, there is a lot of confusion what blood sugar is, and it's basically like whatever you consume turns into some form of glucose that your liver produces for you, and your body is supposed to be able to metabolize that glucose and feed it into your cells that help you basically like function, and a lot of people who have like insulin resistance, we have a hard time metabolizing the glucose, and it just stays in our bloodstream, causing like damage and just wreaking havoc to our bodies. And so this video is basically going to be showing you how I control my blood sugar, because I am diagnosed type 2 diabetic, and the supplements that I've been taking so far that have been helping me manage my blood sugar. And I was prescribed Metformin by my doctor, but it didn't quite work out for me. I felt all the symptoms. Like, if I had to get down to the nitty gritty, it was basically like fever, side pain, diarrhea, nausea, like feeling of like just wanting to vomit my face off. Like, it was just really bad, and I thought I was just going to be miserable like the whole time that I needed to manage my blood sugar. My friend has been very helpful, very understanding. She's been like hearing me out, and she recommended that I try this Yukon brand turmeric supplement. I am not like a nutritionalist, dietitian whatsoever. Like, I know on Google, when I looked it up, it said some contradictory things, like, if you have like certain illnesses, you shouldn't be taking it. And then one of them said diabetes, which was kind of surprising to me. But before I had like read all that stuff on the internet, like I had been trying it for a couple of weeks, if not like close to a month, and I haven't had any negative side effects using this brand or this turmeric pill. So I just like continue to keep using it. And then another thing that I included into my supplements is basically adding an organic like fiber, and this is supposed to be like soluble and insoluble fiber. And what this does is just it helps me digest the food like slower, so that it just doesn't like dump into my liver and like makes my liver create all this glucose that I have a hard time metabolizing. And the second supplement, as far as, well, I guess this would be the third one, is berberine. I had seen that berberine does pretty much the same effect as metformin. It's meant to bring down your blood sugar by increasing insulin sensitivity. So basically, when your body becomes insulin sensitive, then it makes it easier for the insulin and the glucose to work together to basically have your cells like take it. And so I take these generally, I try to most of the time I take these at night, because When I do eat dinner, there is some form of starch that I eat, and then during the day, it's a little easier for me not to eat starch right away. But this is great for if you are eating like a full on dinner and you just need a little more control with the blood sugar from your blood sugar spiking. And I feel like this has been very helpful for me since. The turmeric is something just a little extra that I take, as far as like there are different vitamins in here that like daily vitamins like vitamin C, E, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin. So it has like these different vitamins in here that I feel like help with just my overall like feeling well. So this is something that I like. But I'd like to repeat, I am not a dietitian. I'm just sharing what has helped me. And hopefully if somebody out there, someone in this world out there is going through something similar to me, I don't know, like they might find this video and like maybe it could help them. So that's just kind of why I'm putting it out there. So basically this video is going to be about me pricking my damn finger to find my blood sugar rating, and basically show you like that these have been helpful for me instead of just saying so. So stay tuned if you want to see that. And I also wanted to thank everyone who has been supporting this channel with kind comments, supportive comments, and for a lot of you guys who are finding my page maybe for the first time, or maybe you've seen my page like a couple of times, like you might as well subscribe. Like I feel like if you see me enough and like we vibe, just subscribe, But anyways, these are all products that I have purchased or have been gifted to. Like this has been gifted to me, so I'm like there are different prices online, so I can't really say how much this one costs, but these two are somewhere like in the mid-20s, so I felt like it was very affordable. And this is 60 caps, and this one was like 180 caps, like pill caps, so I thought it was pretty affordable. But yeah, thank you for supporting the channel, and let's get to it. Gotta check my blood. I had Chick-fil-A yesterday, so I think my fasting blood might be kind of high today. So I usually check every morning, and just kind of tells me how to start off my day. So I'm just gonna pick this one here. Oh, today's one wasn't too bad. It was like 92, but today's might be higher. 106. That's not bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like 120. Sometimes it goes up to like 130s around there, which then I'm like kind of bummed out, because then I have to wait a little bit to eat. But right now it's not too bad. So I'm going to have a blueberry smoothie. I just put it in this like portable, it's like a dupe blendjet. It's like called Tens Wall, but it's just blueberry yogurt. I ran out of almond milk, so I just used water and some cinnamon. This will be my breakfast today because I gotta go shopping. Can't fill it up too high or else it gets kind of stuck. Like it's not as strong as a blendjet, but does the job. So we're gonna drink this today for breakfast. So it's pretty much 2 hours since I've had my blueberry smoothie, and kind of hungry again, and I'm ready to eat lunch. I was thinking about making like keranjin, which is like steamed egg. So I just wanted to see where I don't normally test often, but I was just kind of curious to see where the blueberry smoothie put me right now. So, yep, just testing real quick to see where I'm at. There have been like a couple of changes in my diet. I know that, so right now I'm at 138, which is what? I was at 92. Oh wait. I'm such a dummy. Today's number was not 92. So actually it was a lot better. As far as like the blood sugar spiking. Because this morning I was at 106. So 106, 116, 126, like 32. Went up 32, which is not bad. But so like, yeah, I'm ready to eat lunch, and of course it's gonna be like a low carb lunch, because that's the key to keeping my blood sugar under control. And then after I eat, I generally do like an easy resistant walk, and that's been something that I've included as like a daily task of mine, just so that I can control the blood sugar throughout the day. So I have some shin ramen, vegetable half right here, and then I'm just gonna use like maybe half of this Mongshin like ramen soup seasoning. And then I have some stir-fried, it's like cabbage, onion, and Chinese broccoli. I stir-fried that yesterday, mixed with 2 eggs to make my keranjin. We're just gonna dump in our scrambled egg. Just kind of like dump it in like that. And it should be pretty hot. I feel like it's gonna come out more like an egg drop soup, but whatever. So we're just gonna put the lid on and turn off the stove, and I'll come back in like 5 minutes to turn on it. So it should be done now. Yep. Bon appetit. So I just took 1 turmeric pill, and this is mainly just like vegetables and protein, so I don't really think I need to take the fiber and berberine for this meal. But I think for dinner, usually when I eat with Harrison, we do have like a kind of starch with our dinner. So I think we're gonna have either a reheat of this cabbage with the brown rice we have at home. So I will take the fiber supplement and the berberine supplement before that meal. But for this one, since I'm already gonna, this has like fiber and protein, so I don't think I need more fiber. For you guys that have been following me, Chloe, for the people that have been following me, you guys have known like I've been trying to lose weight for quite a while now. When I first started the channel, I think I mentioned like a couple of symptoms that I would have that I had not known was related to diabetes. And you know, I had mentioned like in one of my first videos that like I would feel a lot of pain in my feet when after eating, and it'd be like hard to walk sometimes. That was a sign of diabetes that I was not aware about. And so, like, you know, it wasn't something that I thought I had to tell my doctor. I thought, honestly, I just thought that I was too heavy, and anytime that I would sit down and eat, it was like giving my feet a break and like letting like the blood and stuff rush to it, and I thought that's what was causing my feet to hurt. But it actually turned out it's like a diabetic symptom, and I didn't know that. And ever since I started dieting, those symptoms pretty much went away. Like, I don't get that feeling anymore after eating, but I'm still, you know, labeled diabetic. So it could have been certain foods that were triggering it. It could have been the starches that were pretty much triggering like the feet pain. But other things that I had known from doing blood work when my doctor discovered that I had diabetes was I actually had I was like anemic, which was crazy because, I mean, I don't know if this sounds super ignorant for saying, but I thought anemic people were generally skinny people, and like I am not skinny, so, you know, to see that too, I was like, what the like, what? But yeah, like, it turns out that I'm anemic, so like I've been really focusing on eating a lot of like dark green vegetables now. And some of the symptoms from being anemic is like having like that feeling of short breath feeling. And I would get that. Like, generally when I'm sleeping, sometimes I feel like I'm out of breath, and you should only really feel out of breath when you're like doing some kind of strenuous type of exercise or labor, you know. But I would feel that feeling of like not having oxygen, and so I would take like these deep gasping breaths like in the middle of the night, and you know, it'd like make Harrison worry about me. So like, yeah, like it's just kind of funny like learning all these things after doing my blood test and seeing like things that are high that I need to work on and things that are low that I also need to work on to get into a normal range. So after like making those adjustments, I have noticed, you know, improvement in like that shortness of breath. The pain in my feet is practically like gone. You know, I don't have it anymore. And I've lost like, I want to say 15 pounds since changing my diet to being iron rich, low carb, and taking the supplements that I take. It was like not hard, it just like fell off. But like now that I'm on this routine, I can go, maybe I can try to like, I was honestly taking a break from lifting weights. Like, I was just not in the mood to do any of that, while also trying to figure out like what I could eat and how to keep my blood sugar down. I felt like I needed to focus on one thing and just try to get a grip of like what I needed to do. So I think honestly, I was like pretty much in denial the first month that I found out, that I was like, there's no way that I have it, even though my dad has it. Now that I have it, I feel like I understand my dad more, like his frustration and what he's been going through. And you know, a lot of times when his blood sugar would spike, I just didn't understand like what was making it spike for him. Like, I would like tell him to basically cut out all the starches and like, you know, making him pretty much like bland ass food to control his blood sugar, which, you know, I'm sure he's feeling like miserable while I like give this stuff to him. But after figuring out like the stuff that I can eat, how to like basically adjust the seasoning. Like I just basically make food for myself, but like extra, so that I have some to give to him. And I just let him try it, and then I just let him know, like, you know, this is something that you can make at home. It's like super easy. We just try it. And the only downside for him, I feel like, is he's so much older. He's like 73. So like the walking routine that I have is definitely going to be more challenging for him. But he does what he can. Like he does walk. He tries to walk every day. But I feel like food is definitely a struggle for him. He's always just used to like making whatever he wants, and he like eats like a bunch of rice, like ramyun for like breakfast, you know. Like, I mean, I think that's like the biggest adjustment, is not being able to eat what you normally eat every day, because it pretty much got you to that point of, you know, like in my case, diabetes. So like the moment, if I had known the feet thing was like a symptom of it, like that was the moment where I had to adjust the starch, you know. My doctor keeps telling me it's not like reversible, but it's remissible. But you know, I'm hoping to at least put it into remission, so that I, you know, I'm not like too worried about like damaging my organs and stuff like that. But as far as medication, like he put me on Metformin. It wasn't really, like, it did the job to reduce the blood sugar, but I felt like it was causing different symptoms for me. Like honestly, I felt like my blood pressure went like kind of crazy on it, and I always had like this feeling of anxiety, like, you know, at night when I would be ready to sleep. And it would be like right after I take the Metformin, like after dinner, well, like maybe an hour or so after dinner, I could feel like it working. But it didn't make me feel good, so I was doing half supplements, half Metformin. Like I just kind of switch on and off like which one I would take. And then eventually I noticed that the turmeric was working for me, the low carb was working for me. Like I decided one day, like I was just going to try to stop the Metformin for maybe just like a week. And it was around the week that I was, you know, like figuring out that I needed fiber, that I needed maybe, you know, to try the berberine. So I was like, I'm just gonna try for a week and see if I can manage without the Metformin. And so I did, and then once I got the fiber supplements in, I noticed that it pretty much did the same thing as Metformin without giving me that anxiety feeling. One feeling that I got from Metformin was like pretty intense side pain the first night that I took it. Like I had fever, side pain. I was just like rubbing on my abdomen like the whole night, and I had a hair appointment to go to, and like during the day I was just so nauseous, and like my hairdresser was, you know, like pissed to touch my head. Like every touch just made me feel like I needed to throw up, so I like had to excuse myself a lot to just like get my shit together, you know. But yeah, like, and then after that first night I decided to just reduce the amount that I'm supposed to take. So I went from 1,000 to 500, and then eventually, like, you know, switching on and off to the supplement and the metformin, and then finally just stopping metformin. So, you know, like, it's something definitely that I felt like I needed to change for myself, but I know that I have to tell my doctor about it. It's probably not going to be too happy that I just like fucking made my own, you know. Like, he's like, "Are you a doctor, Marianne?" I'm like, "No, I'm not," but you know, there's information out there that you can get, figure out what you need, right? And it's weird because, like, the pain has definitely gone down a lot since then, but it's still like here and there, like I can still kind of feel, it's not even like painful, it's like a dull like ache that I can feel, and like it just brings me back to the first night that I felt the intense pain, you know. There's like information out there of people doing what they do to take care of their type 2 diabetes, and at the end of the day, I feel like it's like your judgment, your call, right? Your body, do what feels best for you. Eventually, that's what I want to do for my dad. Like, there's certain medications I know, like, I can't get him off of, but if I can get him off of, like, even like one diabetes pill, because he's taking like 8 different stuff right now, and all of them of course make him feel like shit, even though they're supposed to, you know, like it does the job, but they, like, medication tends to come with side effects. So it's something that, you know, I want him to try to adjust where he needs to, just figure out what works for him. Because so far, I gave him some of my turmeric pills, but I wasn't really sure like how it would like react with his other medication, like his blood pressure medication, his I don't know, like chest pain medication. Like, I don't even know if he should be taking that every day, honestly, because he doesn't have chest pain every day, but just like all these medications that he's taking, I'm like now thinking, like, does he even need to be on all that? Or does he just need to work on it naturally and just, you know, do what feels best for his body? I feel like since I've made my adjustments, and I tell people that I have type 2 diabetes, like, so many people have, I mean, for the most part, understand, like, that I have to make a lot of changes in, like, what I eat and, like, my, you know, lifestyle, like, and a lot of them tend to look at me like, you poor thing, which did kind of make me a little, like, sad about it, just knowing that, you know, like, your life changes need to be made. I feel like when you start to learn and know the things that you need to do, and you just kind of repeat the process to where it's not something like you have to remember, you just know that's what you need to do, it gets easier. Even like choosing stuff to eat at a restaurant gets easier, you know. Like, clearly I'm not gonna like eat a bunch of bread before my dinner, or like a bunch of fried stuff before my main course, but when you get into that routine of like consistently doing it, it's easier to like not make it sound like such a bummer, you know what I mean? And Harrison has been supportive about, like, you know, my changes, and like he, even though he loves to eat rice, he basically eats rice every day, but like he doesn't have diabetes, so like he can eat that, right? And he knows that like it's something that I miss eating, so like once in a while like he'll just like skip it for dinner, or if we do, now like we've switched over to brown rice, which isn't his favorite, but you know, it's like a compromise. I can't eat a lot of brown rice, like if anything, maybe like 3 scoops, like 3 scoops of it, and that's a lot for me, like, because even brown rice does spike it up pretty, not like as high as white, but it does spike it up like a starch, right? So like you just have to be mindful of like the portion that you eat. Always fill up on vegetables and like, if possible, lean protein, but you start to just get used to eating that way. Anyways, I'm done. Well, my next blood work is supposed to happen, I think, the first week of November, so it is coming up, and I'm hoping, even if it's not like a remission number, I'm hoping that it is definitely lower than what my first blood test came out to, because my A1C, my doctor says, was pretty high. It was like around 9.7, which basically means like you have pretty bad diabetes. And I think my average glucose was somewhere between like, I think it said 190 something, which is like high, because I think that's a fasted glucose number, and for some reason it was like super high the day that I did my blood test. So that's what I'm like crossing my fingers, that the next blood test, at least it shows some improvement, if not like remission. But I know like it's gonna take some time to get there, so I'm not gonna have high expectations to get there right away. Like, it's a work in progress, but as long as there's some progress, then that would be great. I just tested my blood right now. I'm at 110, and this is before I want to eat dinner, so I think we're planning on either eating leftovers with brown rice, the cabbage stir-fried leftover, or we might order some Korean food from this place called Yakiniku Korea House, and it's one of my favorite places. I'm thinking about getting seolleongtang if we do go that route, but right now 110 is actually not that bad at all. See, before eating, sometimes it gets to like somewhere around 120, 130, especially after I've eaten lunch. So 110 is actually a great number to see right now. So I'm just gonna wait to see what we order, and from there check my blood again after I eat. And I will be taking the Organic India supplement. I got this from Amazon. Sorry, I gotta focus. Right here, organic psyllium fiber. It's good for digestive health. And then I'll be taking the Solar Ray berberine supplement, and then check my blood sugar 2 hours after I've eaten. So I just ordered the food from Yakiniku Korea House. So I'm about to take the supplements right now. Ooh. This is the berberine one. Oops. the berberine supplement. It's like this bright yellow color. And then these are the 2 fiber supplements that I take. So I take 1 berberine, 2 fiber. And for like the best effect, you should take it 30 minutes before eating. And take it with water. I would definitely take a big gulp of water, just because I've had one of these like pop in the mid of my throat and it was not pleasant. Like, I literally felt like I was choking. But if you drink enough water with it, it just goes down a lot easier. So now that that's done with, I just gotta grab the food and to test my blood sugar after I've eaten the food. We get our chicken, rice, and broccoli, and then we get our Korean food for dinner. So it's about 10:15 and it is time for me to take the blood test to see where my blood sugar is at. I did go on a short walk because I was just feeling so full. I just felt like I needed to help digest the food down. So, oh, shoot, is that enough? I squeeze the blood out. Because what sucks is if there isn't enough, it'll give you an error reading. So I have blood on my fingertip. Need a little more. Get out. Alright, whatever. So let's see where it's at. Okay, it was enough. It was enough. It's blinking right now. Please let it be a good number. 120. That's actually great. Oh shit. I swear, my stomach tells me it was gonna be like 150 for but 120. So today was a good day. I just feel like I ate too much. I had so much of the kimchi pancake. I didn't eat all the rice that I scooped. I only had like maybe like 3 scoops of rice, but I just couldn't eat anymore. So, but 120, yeah. That's the end of today's blood reading. Good night, y'all. Now is the time to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.